万门大学的小伙伴们，大家好，我是兰菲利博士。我今天很荣幸给你介绍Judith Wright 博士。那么Judith Wright 博士会根据一些经济学的理论，而且会带来一些心理学来给我们解释为什么我们对爱情有一些不清楚的了解。首先我们会从展望理论开始。展望理论会让大家通过心理学和经济学来意识到，其实我们的决定并不一定是按照逻辑，也不一定是理性。而且之后我们会发现，就是我们的爱情也是这样子的，就是我们看不同的亲密关系，其实并不是那种很有逻辑的，而且会受不同情绪的影响。那么今天 Judith Wright 博士会帮我们去理解我们的爱情和亲密关系，帮我们去意识到，其实我们并不明白爱情，而且我们怎么样才能真正的去追求更好的亲密关系，更好的朋友，而且更好的了解自己。
We all want to have love in our lives. We all want to have close relationships, somebody who cares about us and we care about them. We all yearn and deep in our hearts to love and to be loved, to connect, to be seen, to be heard, to be understood, to be known by another human being. And many of us, and probably you, have spent a lot of time looking for that one person, thinking that the secret to happiness is to fall in love. If we could just fall in love, and then we can live happily ever after. And sometimes it looks like that's happening for a bit. We might find someone and we fall in love and it looks good for a while, but if you're like most people, all relationships don't turn out to be great ones. And what looked promising in the beginning sometimes turns out to not be so good, or somewhat not as satisfying as we hoped it would be, not as fulfilling, something's wrong with it after a while, and it's disappointing for us. So what happens is we sometimes we think, okay, this is it. This is the man, this is the woman, this is the one for me. But instead of like in the fairy tales of this frog turning into a prince, sometimes what we thought was a prince turns into a frog. And is what we thought was so beautiful ends up being a frog. Or maybe if you're a man, then you find your princess, this beautiful, wonderful princess, and she turns into a queen, but maybe then she turns more into a drama queen, and she's nagging and complaining, and she's impossible to please. She never seems to be really happy. No matter what you do, you can't satisfy her. And it's not even just in our romantic relationships. This can happen for us at work or at school as well, in our careers and in our work life. In the United States, over 50% of marriages, plus or minus a few percentage points, end in divorce. So we'll look so happy, it turns out not to be. But also at work, there's a large percentage of people at work who are dissatisfied. They complain about their poor working relationships with their coworkers. So yeah, we all want these great relationships, but they don't always turn out to be what we'd hope to be. And why is that? What's the matter? What are we doing wrong? What's happening there? And how can we change from having disappointing relationships to ones that are fulfilling and satisfying and really bring us the love and affection and connection and intimacy that we crave? Well, I want to go into this a little bit more and have us really look at what does make for a great relationship. So we're going to do a little quiz together. So if you can take a moment and pull out maybe a piece of paper and a pencil or take notes in your smartphone, I'm going to ask you some questions and you think about, is this true or false? Does this feel true to me or not? And what do you think? And for every question, just put a true or false. So the first question is, the purpose of relationships is to make you happier. True or false? The purpose of a relationship is to make you happier. The second question, being with the right person makes you happier. True or false? Being with the right person makes you happier. Number 3, true love means that you're accepted the way that you are. True love means that you are accepted the way you are. True or false? Fourth question, It's important to help your partner change in the ways that matter to you. Is that true or false? It's important to help your partner change in ways that matter to you. Number 5, soulmates make the best relationships. True or false? Number 6, you know when you meet the one. You know it. You know when you meet the one. Number 7, if it's the right relationship, things work out. True or false? Number 8, if a relationship is too hard, it's probably not the right one. If relationships are too hard, it's probably not the right one. True or false? Number 9, chemistry is very important in a relationship. True or false? Number 10, attraction is very important in a relationship. Number 11, incompatibility and conflict are signs of a poor match. True or false? Number 12, it's important to have a lot in common and be compatible in a relationship. Number 13, you're either compatible or you're not. True or false? Number 14, a successful relationship is mostly a matter of finding a compatible partner right from the start. Number 15, relationships that do not start off well invariably fail. Number 16, love is all you need. Number 17, if it's true love, it should be easy. Number 18, it's important to be turned on by your partner. Number 19, when the thrill is gone, it's a sign that you're falling out of love. Number 20, if you fall out of love, it means that you were in the wrong relationship. If you fall out of love, it means that you were in the wrong relationship. True or false? Now go back and look at all of your answers to these 20 questions, true or false, and count up the number of true answers, true choices that you made. How many questions did you answer true to? And take a second to do that. Some of you might have had 5, 10, 15, 20 true ones, but count up how many true answers you had from your quiz. And now looking at that, if you answered true to any of the questions, you are under the influence of misconceptions about relationships, because absolutely none of them are true, according to the research on what makes committed, satisfying, intimate, wonderful relationships. These are all relationship myths that limit our intimacy. They keep us from having satisfying, lasting, fulfilling, intimate relationships. And the higher your ratio of true to false, the more you buy the mythology and the mistaken beliefs about what really makes for a great relationship. And these are just a sample. Each of us has what Alfred Adler calls a fictive goal. Like we think, oh, if I'm just compatible, or oh, if I'm just attracted to someone, or oh, if I just have the right chemistry, if I just find the one, then I'll be happy. But it's not true, it's false. It's why he calls it a fictive goal. We're expecting something from relationships that is not realistic. This is not the purpose of a relationship, and these are not the things that make for a good, juicy, satisfying, long-lasting, intimate relationship. Now, some of you may be mad at me, some of you may disagree, but these are all research-based. Every single thing that we just went through in this quiz, the relationship research has shown, these are not what make for a great, satisfying relationship. So the more we can understand that we have been operating under these mistaken beliefs, this mythology about what makes a great relationship, the more we can set ourselves up for better and more realistic relationships. Because these myths of intimacy set us up for relationship failure. If we have these expectations, and this is not what makes for a great relationship, we're using these false beliefs to guide all of our behavior, and no wonder we don't have satisfying relationships. And if we believe these to be true, we don't focus on what it really takes to have a great, intimate, satisfying relationship. So as you look at this, most of what we've been taught or told about relationships and what makes a great relationship and how you should be in a relationship is false. Whether it's from our families or even many of the people that counsel people in relationships don't know this research. It's extremely important for us to understand that these myths do not lead for a great relationship. However, there are many, many things we can do to have more love and more satisfaction and more fulfillment in our relationships. But let's bust these beliefs so we can make room for what really creates great, loving, intimate, long-lasting relationships. So we all can have more and more love in our lives.